what's in here.
Yeah. How about you go that way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You like something to fall and grab you.
I don't think I will, because I tried to come in that way, and I think there's some yellow jackets or something over there.
I don't see any area.
Is that a military installation down there?
I don't know.
Thought that Jordan would participate. We had nothing against Jordan. But when Jordan saw, and because on the radio they said they're losing, that Israel is losing, they said, oh, this is an opportunity to get the other side of Jerusalem. And Jordan attacked. Israel never had a plan to get the West Bank. Israel never annexed. We didn't say the West Bank is part of Israel. We said we'll go to a secured border, but as Jordan conquered Jerusalem in 1948, it was supposed to be international. Israel annexed Jerusalem and the Golan Heights because it protects our water. In 1967, because, and what is West Bank? We're going to try, West Bank is not a name that Israel would give. What happened was, during the time that the British were here, they said, divide and conquer. There was a family, it was called here the Hashemite family. Take the Lawrence of Arabia, for example, and if you go to Wadi Rami in Jordan, you'll see that area. I've just been there in one week a few months ago. So what happened is, came the British and they say, you know what? We'll take this family, the Hashemite family, they have 4 brothers, and we used to have a kingdom in England, we'll give them 4 kingdoms. We give them Saudi Arabia, we give them Jordan, and we give them Syria and Iraq. It happened 1948 and 1949. There were no kingdom before, and they said that country there is going to be Transjordan. That was the name. On the other side of the Jordan, Syria here, and so forth. In Syria and in Baghdad, which is Iraq, there was a revolution. And that's why it's not a kingdom anymore. But Saudi Arabia and Jordan, they're relatives. And it's there till today. So just that we know who are the factors. So what happened, the moment Jordan participated, the area between the river, okay, and the border of Israel, if this is the border, it's the West Bank. That's what is called the West Bank. But the name West Bank was given to the West Bank by Jordan between 1948 and 1967, not by Israel. And that's why Jewish people that want to use biblical name call it Judea and Samaria. So what happened here? In 1967, when this became part of Israel, we have the PLO. And I'm sorry to tell you that most of the PLO did not even come from here. They came from Tunisia, they came from North Africa, they came from other parts, and they started to fight in Transjordan. Who gives them all the weapons? Russia. From Russia to Syria, and if you don't know, Russia is the main supply of weapon again to this area. All the mafia has hand to weapon, and they are the ones that sell most of the weapon through Iran, and then it comes back again to this area. So what happened is Syria sent the terrorists to the east bank of the River Jordan, and King Hussein said, hey, I'm losing my country. Why? The Hashemite family is a very small number in between the Palestinians that are there, and who are the Palestinians? Blend, like the Canaanite.
Never been a people.
Not one nation, but it doesn't matter. If they recognize themselves as a nation, they're a nation today. But Palestinians are the Canaanites of those days. A mix of people. They came from the Turks, from the Crusades, and from here and there, from all of them. And more than that, all the outlaws from all the country, any troublemaker to Syria, send here. And that's how this it doesn't matter how it started. I'm saying today we have the solved problem, but that's how it started. So what happened? Here comes Syria, and you see it here. The white is the Golan Heights, and invade Lebanon. And they have only 45,000 soldiers in Lebanon today. Now, what do you see from here? Here, you can draw the line of the border right behind the windmill. If you continue along the windmill, you end at the Yarmouk River, and that you're facing Syria right here. In 1967, Quneitra, a city right in here, was part of Israel. 1973, we said, you know what? We're going to give it back to the Syrians, but they're not allowed to bring weapons there. So this is old Quneitra, and there you see new Quneitra. You see there? And that's the road to Damascus. I think the distance is written there. 60 kilometers from here to Damascus. Only 60 kilometers from here. All the green area, and you really see, they have the other part. They have the other part. Why don't they make it green?
Yeah, exactly.
But they do want work, you get. And it's amazing. You take satellite picture, green Israel. So what you see right here, here is area cultivated by Israel. Look, every single inch is used except the minefield. And there to the right you see the UN. But we're so stupid. Israel is so, I don't know, it's stupid or kind of immature. UN came here. Who do you think is the UN? A lot of countries that don't have a lot of money, they send their soldiers here. The money they take in their own country and give them small pocket money. They cannot survive here with no money. So they start to smuggle drugs and they start to smuggle weapons and all that. We had so much problem because of that. Now they gave it to Austrian and Canadian. So the UN does a better job now than they did before. And that's the headquarters of the UN here. What? The white building? The white building, right. That's why they're painted white. If it's okay with you, and then I'm going to give you some free time. I want to go to the other side to show you.
Is that body of water in Israel?
Yes, reservoir for it, yes.
The Valley of Tears?
Okay. The battlefield. The soldiers there were slaughtered, just slaughtered. And again, you know, there's the decision, when the border is far away from you, it's different. But when your border is right here and you live right here and your children are right there, mistake of politician, we don't have, we cannot afford to make a mistake. And 18 years of age, you just go to the army. It's just like the freshmen, that we call them freshmen, that just came into the army and a glider came in and just shut them down. So you have no chance, but if you have the reserve army, it's a different story. So we call it the Valley of Tears. In Hebrew, it's very strong, Emek HaBacha. And why is that? It named after a valley of Babi Yar. Do you know the story of Babi Yar in Russia?
Yeah.
Where they took all the Jews and they killed them, so they call it the Valley Emek HaBacha there, because they were slaughtered there. That's why they call this place like Babi Yar. Okay, I would like to take you to the other side.